Brothers, sisters, and others of all colors, it's been a minute. It's been a minute indeed since our last update. And by a minute, I mean it's been like several months. Anyways, it's enough about that. Let's talk about what we got in this new update. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that the enemy isn't here anymore. Why? Because, well, there are no enemies. Just kidding. I actually took him out of the map, even though I did have a some nav mesh stuff to show off. My computer's shit. That's why it's lagging. But the frame rate's fine on my screen. Um but anyways, I took off the enemy. And I did set up like navigation stuff for that, so the enemy would actually chase you around. But anyways, we will work on that later. Because I think the more important thing here is setting up like the main basic RPG mechanics. So I've sort of organized it into lists and I got all of that. Like, don't even worry about it, alright? Don't even worry about it. But anyways, the other big thing is the fact that there's actually a town. Um, yeah, and it's got this street, which I found a much easier way to do streets now. So, yeah, no problem there. No problem there. This doesn't have any like colliders. I haven't programmed any like stair stepping or stair climbing or anything like that. But that's something to write down. Yeah, I made this whole map for this. It didn't take too long. Right now, it's just sort of a prototype thing. Not what I'm looking for in the long term. And there are still a few colliders laying around that don't really need to be there, but buildings have collision. Kind of. What the hell? Okay, so you can kind of clip the walls. I gotta be careful with that. Um, and the next thing I wanted to share was the fact that, and I was working on this for like a week and a half. This was the new feature I was talking about that delayed the update video. It's this right here, the doors. I made doors that can bring you into different rooms. So now I can make buildings. And you can stand inside of the area, but it won't just send you straight in. Now, normally in RPGs, you would like press against an area, and when you collided with it, you would enter the room. But I haven't figured such a thing out yet. Or rather, it would take some work that I'm not willing to do just yet. Mostly because I think there's just more important things. But yeah, normally you'd press against it, but I have a hack solution. If you're pressing in the direction of the door, for a certain amount of frames, it'll just send you over. Now I could use milliseconds, but yeah, again, I'm not really, I don't really want to set that up right now. Right now, the goal is just to get all of the RPG stuff in. You know, the stuff that makes an RPG an RPG. NPCs, towns, dialogue, interactions, and yeah, I really got to do something about buildings being way too close to the camera. But yeah, I want to lay out the basic gist of everything before I get into the details on how things work. But anyways, that's all. Pretty short update, but hopefully we will be streaming soon. Some development, some art style stuff, some Well, modeling probably. But anyways, that's all. That's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.